There's a reason that most vibe-coded apps never make it to an actual client. And I mean, most people just think that vibe coding means generating a nice-looking front end, describe a screen, watch it appear, feel good about it for about 10 minutes, and then they actually realize that you have no database, no login, no backend, and nothing that you could actually hand over. That's a demo. It's not exactly what I would call an app. But some tools just handle that for you. You ask for the screens and it builds the database underneath them. The logins, the permissions that decide who sees what. The parts that you didn't think to even ask for because you shouldn't have to. The kind of app that you can put in someone else's hands and you can simply just take a still, you can go for your morning coffee and you can completely walk away and you don't have to worry about it. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a real app from scratch. The tool that makes it all real is Softr. So check out the link in the description below to follow along, and also check out the free school community that is also in the description down below. But now let's build our first app. Now, the first thing we need to do is start off with creating an account on Softr. So when you open it up, the first thing that you are going to see is this, okay? There's going to be one box in the middle of the screen and it's going to be asking you what you want to build. Now, there are some suggested app types that you'll see right above if you are not sure where to start, but we know what we are going to be building, so we are going to type it in ourselves. Now, one rule that I want to mention before we start is when you describe your app to the AI, don't just list the features, okay? Do your best to describe the problem that it needs to solve. The features are basically what follows that. Now, instead of typing an invoicing app, that's basically just too vague. And I mean, you're basically giving it nothing to really work from, okay? So I am going to type in this instead. I'm going to say build an invoicing app where I can create and send invoices for each client. Then track whether each invoice has been paid, unpaid, or is overdue, and see all my invoices in one place. Now, that's perfect. I gave it the detail that it needs. That's the whole prompt, okay? It's specific about the problem, it's specific about what the app needs to do, and it's specific about what I need to see. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit send. Now, I want you to watch what it builds. It's not just throwing a page together. It's literally generating the whole thing. That's the layout, the pages, the navigation across the top, and the data structure underneath all of it. All of it is connected, and it's all connected all at once. And there you can see it. There it is. And here's the moment that I really want you to pay attention, okay? Because most people just look at this and then they say, okay, nice UI, a clean layout, some buttons, and yeah, that's basically what they put in. But look up at the top of the screen. Do you see these tabs over here? That is interface, it's data, users, workflow. So that's the whole app. And it's worth understanding what each one does or what each one is. So interface is what you are looking at, the pages that the users see. Data is the database. So users is who's allowed in, what they can see, and workflows is the automation. So we are going to touch every one of these before we're done. Now, let me click on data. So it didn't just build a screen. It built the database underneath it. That's real tables storing real data. And there's a table for invoices as well. So this app already knows how to handle real information, not dummy content that just disappears when you close the tab. And it's Softr's own database built right in. Nothing to set up, nothing to connect whatsoever. And there, take a look at that. It's already amazing, and the best part is we are just getting started. Now here's what I love about this. Adding to an app isn't hard. It's just more conversation. So each thing that you add is simply just one more prompt. And every time we add something over here, I want you to notice not just what happened, but what it means for what this app actually is right now. Right now, the invoices exist, but they are not tied to anyone specifically. So let us fix that. Add in a client list. Okay, each invoice should be linked to a specific client from that list. Okay, done. But here's what actually happened. Okay, let me jump back to the data tab. And now there are the different tables, the invoices and the clients, and they are connected. Every invoice links to a client record. If you update a client's details, it updates everywhere that client appears. Now that's a relational database. It's the foundation of every real piece of business software that you've ever used. Most raw code vibe coding tools fumble on this. Softer does it natively from a single prompt. So the invoices are tied to clients. Now let's make the app aware of what's actually happening to them. Let's type in add a payment status field to each invoice, paid, unpaid, or overdue. Show a visual indicator on each one so that I can see the status at a glance. Okay, and there we go. Now there's the visual, okay? But let's take this even a step further. Remember those tabs on the top? Let's go over to workflows. This is Softer's automation engine built right into the same app. So I'm going to set it up so that when an invoice gets marked as paid, the app automatically logs the date and the time that it was paid. The status then updates and the record gets stamped. Now, it's not a static field anymore. The app is reacting to what happens inside it. Now, the app doesn't just tag payments, it literally reacts to them. Up to now, everything that you've seen still lives on my screen. So let's give it real users. This is the beat that basically proves it's not a prototype. And this is where users tab comes in. Now I'm going to type in add two user roles. I'm the admin and I can see every invoice and every client. My clients can log in and see only their own invoices and nothing else. Okay, I like that. Now, I want you to pay close attention and I want you to watch this. First, look over here in the pages. There's a login page over here, a sign up page, and forgot password, reset password. All of it is basically there. Now, already there out of the box, I didn't have to build a single one of those. Real authentication, ready to go the moment your app has users. Now, let me show you what that looks like live. That is me as the admin, okay? Every client, every invoice, everything. Now, I'll log in as a client, and as you can see, it's the same app, but look closely. They can only see their own invoices. They can't see anyone else's data. They can't see anything that they are not supposed to. Real logins, real roles, real access controls, right down to which records each person can see, and it's all built in. Now this right here is what separates an app that you can actually hand over to a client from a demo that only works on your screen. A demo has no logins, a demo has no permissions, a demo is something that you simply just show someone. This is something that you can give to that person. And that's not a prototype anymore. That is software that you can hand to a client today. You can start making money off of this exact thing. And now I just want to mention one last thing, and this is the moment that it stops being just a built exercise and it starts becoming something out of this world. Okay, so I'm going to type in, add in the ability to send an invoice directly from the app or export it as a PDF. Okay, now that is a real invoice going to a real client from an app that didn't exist a couple of hours ago, built in one session, and it's ready to use tomorrow. Now, one more thing, since you made it till the end, let's give out one more tip, one more thing worth knowing about this. Every now and then, you'll want something that no built-in block covers, okay? Some totally custom components, something specific to how your business works. You can still describe it and you can have it generated. But here's the difference, okay? It gets built inside the secure app, sitting on top of your real database and your real permissions. So you get the vibe coding experience, you describe it, you watch it appear without the risk of it unraveling everything else that you've already built. Now, the platform doesn't compete with vibe coding. It contains it, and it does so safely. Okay, so now before you go building your own thing, I want to go over 3 quick rules, and this is basically the difference between a build that works and one that falls apart on you like 20 minutes in. Rule number 1, describe the problem, not the feature. Just tell the AI what you are actually trying to fix and let it figure out the rest. Type in something like, I need to know whether my clients have paid me. That is going to work way better than simply just give me a status drop down, because the AI already knows what a drop down is. What it doesn't know is what your business actually needs. That is your job, which rolls us right onto rule number 2. One thing at a time, one feature per prompt. Send it, see what shows up. Then just simply move on. The thing that trips people up is dumping 10 requests into one giant prompt and then wondering why half of them just didn't happen. And lastly, because this one kind of changes everything, you are not stuck doing it all through the AI. Click any block and you can just tweak it yourself. There's even a little chat right there on the block if you'd rather just talk it through. Or you can jump into theme settings and you can change colors by hand, accent, background, whatever you want. Stuff like that takes 5 seconds. So let the AI handle the big stuff and just do the little tweaks yourself. Now, that's the build: a real invoicing app, client management, payment tracking, role-based logins, and a real invoice going out the door. Now, it's all been built from a single starting prompt and just a few feature add-ons. Now, if you want to start your own build, then what you need to do is sign up to Softr. The link is down in the description below. Go and check it out, start your build, and see how far you can get in just one sitting. And the whole process that you just watched, the prompts, the feature additions, the exact descriptions that I use, all of it is inside our free school community. The link is down in the description below. And also, since you made it this far in the video, I'm pretty sure you had a lot of fun today. So give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on those bell notifications so that you never miss the next upload. And as always, I'll catch you on the next one.